What's going on, gangsters? Welcome to Recent Watches, and this is number 2. And if you're looking for number 1, it was about 5 years ago when I did this first episode of this series. It just never caught on. It was a few things that I got from Redbox and I just talked about and just popped it up as Recent Watches. But I want to make it a series now, you know, because I don't always go out and buy movies every damn day. I take spurts at it. I might get a few here and there, but I don't have a whole lot of updates to talk about movies. So this way I can rent a few movies, get some movies on Netflix or documentaries or whatever I watch, and talk to you about it and let you know what I thought about it. And it's mainly newer movies because you don't always go out and buy a brand new movie, a blind buy of, you know, something you don't even know about and you might not like it. And some of these I liked and some of them I didn't, so I'm kind of glad I didn't just go jump the gun and go buy it. But further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. This is from Redbox. Me and Gentastic had a day off, and we just laid around and watched movies all damn day on Memorial Day. I hope you had a good Memorial Day, cooking up chicken, hot dogs, french fries, hamburgers, whatever you was doing. But we were laying around being lazy and just watching damn movies. And because we ain't got no kids right now. The kids are gone for the summer. So, you know, you got to do it every once in a while, gangsters. Hang out with your lady. The Founder, Michael Keaton. This is a really good story. You know, as soon as I seen it come out, I wanted to see it. I'm always like really, I didn't like history in school and stuff, but I like history on like pop culture stuff, I guess, and just the beginning of things and documentaries and stuff like that. And The Founder is basically about the guy's name's Ray Kroc. I think his last name was Kroc, yeah. And it was basically him bringing up McDonald's to what it is today. But the thing is, I never knew that he didn't really actually start McDonald's. He took it from his two brothers' names, McDonald's, and they started out in, I think it's San Bernardino, I think they call it, California. And they had a little stand there, and, you know, they made their hamburgers, and they had the method down of the fast food stuff, you know. Back then they didn't have the drive-thru or anything. But, of course, Ray comes along, you know, and just decides to join up with them and expand the business out. And at first, they don't really want to, but then they really, you know, they want to make more money, so they let him go ahead and run with it a little while. And he's a better businessman than they are. And eventually, he blew it up, and he bought their half out. And he made millions of dollars. And the sad thing in the end, though, the two brothers McDonald's, the guys that actually started it, they only got $1 million apiece. And it said last year McDonald's made $100 billion for, you know, a year. So, you know, which I'm sure they're long gone and dead now because Ray Kroc, I think he died in '84. But it was a pretty good movie. It's a good learning experience on McDonald's. And, you know, if it was on Coca-Cola or Burger King or anything else like that, I'd want to learn about it. That's just me, gangsters. Next up, we got Why Him? It's got James Franco in it, and damn movie was hilarious. I remember when the trailer came out to this, I really wanted to see it. Of course, James Franco, I remember back in Freaks and Geeks, you know, all the way back since then. I've watched a lot of his movies and enjoyed a lot of his movies. And this is nothing like over the top or anything. It's alright, you know, it is pretty comical, and it's, you know, basically about a guy that, you know, his daughter is away at college, and she wants him to come and meet, you know, her boyfriend that they haven't told him nothing about, and it's just the worst thing you can imagine. I mean, the guy's just crazy, but he's rich, though, but he's just really out there. He's a lot of foul language, so if you got little kiddies, might not want to let them watch this movie. But it's James Franco. He's got to have the F word and stuff like that in there. And it's comical. I really enjoyed it. Not nothing I might not add to my collection or whatever. It could be in a $5 bin eventually here soon, so, you know, wait for it then if you want to buy it or whatever. The next movie is Split. This movie I wanted to see when the trailer came out, but I found out as soon as it came on it was M. Night Shyamalan that directed the movie. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink. And you know, M. Night Shyamalan movies are kind of weird. I do like Signs. I think he made Signs. I do like Signs, and I do like The Sixth Sense. But he's done some other movies that's just really weird, and maybe I'm just too damn dumb to figure it out. Split was really weird. The guy had 23 personalities, and he kidnapped these girls, and I'm not really sure why he kidnapped the girls. He really doesn't say. He doesn't, like, torture them. He doesn't rape them or anything. He just locks them up in this place that he's got, you know, and he's got I guess it's like a therapist or whatever that comes and talks to him, and like I said, the guy did a good job at doing the personalities and making you think that he really is fucked up in the head. That's all I got to say about it. Next up, Meet the Blacks. Yeah, this has got Mike Epps in it. It's also got a little bit of Mike Tyson in it for a little bit, and it's got Charlie Murphy in it. Rest in peace. He just passed away not long ago. If you've seen The Purge, it's basically the same thing as the first Purge movie. It's basically it's just making fun of it. It's kind of like the scary movies back in the day where they make fun of different scary movies. But this is basically the Purge, the whole movie. And of course, you know, moving to a new neighborhood, and you got the rich white people and stuff, and they basically want to purge on Mr. Black and his family. Ain't nothing over the top. It's one of them that's probably already in the $5 bin. I'm not for sure. It's been out for a little bit. And, you know, I just was bored. Couldn't find nothing else on. Why not? Let's watch it. Next up is one that my homeboy Josh recommended me, is Stakeland. Now, this is back in 2010. All these other movies are pretty new within the last year. But 2010, the Stakeland, he said, man, you've got to watch this movie. Basically, it's kind of like The Walking Dead, but it's got vampires instead of zombies. It is pretty good. I don't really know any big name actors in it. There were nobody I recognize from any other movies. I think it was put out by Dark Sky Films, which they do pretty good, you know, movies and stuff. And got me hooked on it, man. I watched it, and I was like, damn, that was pretty good. And then the next day, I ended up being sick and just laying around and didn't go to work. And he said, hey, part 2's on there too. So I watched part 2. And part 2's even better. So, you know, I'm not really giving any spoilers or anything away of the movie, or, you know, just letting you know what I think about it. I thought it was pretty good. It kind of leaves off where it could probably have a part 3. But if not, then that's a good way to end it, you know, the way they did it. There's a guy named Mister, and he's basically, you know, taking care of business there, killing the damn vampires. He's a badass. Part 2, he basically meets back up with the kid from the first one, and he's a little bit older now because this was from last year or so. You know, it's one of them movies that didn't come to the theater or anything, but didn't need to. And some movies get overlooked, and you just, you know, get on Netflix and check them out, and you might like them. So, you know. But that's all the ones I got for this recent watches. I hope you enjoyed this. It's not nothing real long, video drawn out. I don't really like to do them big, long, drawn out videos and stuff. Just tell you what I think and how it goes. I'm not the biggest and the best review man on YouTube, but this is just my thoughts. Till next time.